Okay, let's talk about seeing the Northern Lights in Finland. I mean, it's a dream trip for so many people, right? But here's the thing. Turning that incredible dream into an actual reality, well, it all comes down to one really important choice, picking the right guide. So today, we're going to break down exactly how you can find the perfect one.
You've seen all those amazing photos, right? You've pictured yourself standing there under that incredible glowing sky. But then you go to book it, and you start searching online, and whoa, it gets overwhelming fast. There are just so many options. How do you even know who's legit? Who's going to actually deliver that once-in-a-lifetime trip you're dreaming of? Well, that is the exact problem we are going to solve for you right now.
So to help you cut through all that online noise, we've put together a super simple but really powerful 3-step checklist. Seriously, think of this as your secret weapon. It's the tool you can use to check out any company and feel totally confident that your trip is in good hands.
And look, it's totally understandable to feel a bit of pressure. I get it. This is a big deal. It's a huge investment of your time and your money. But the good news is there's a clear-cut way to find a tour operator you can trust. And it starts right here.
Okay, here are the 3 steps. It's this simple. First, you're going to verify they actually have a local presence in Finland. Second, you'll check their official accreditation. And third, you're going to dive deep into reviews and see what real customers are saying. Let's break down what each of those really means.
All right, step 1, local presence. This is huge. You want a company that is actually based in Finland, not some third-party reseller sitting on the other side of the world. Why? Because when you book direct, you cut out the middleman, and that usually means better prices, way more control over your trip, and you can talk directly to the people who are actually running your tour on the ground. Okay, next up, check their accreditation. Now, I know that sounds a little technical, but trust me, it's super simple. You're looking for something called a DUNS number. It's basically a unique ID for businesses all over the world. If they have one, it's a really good sign that the company is legit and financially stable. It's proof they're a real, established business you can trust with your hard-earned money. And hey, don't be shy about asking for it. So, that's the theory. But how does this checklist actually work in the real world? Well, let's put it to the test. We're going to take a look at a real company, Finlandtour.fi, and see exactly how they stack up against our 3 points.
And just look at this. This shows you how fast you can do this. Okay, step 1, local presence. Yep, check. Their parent company's right there in Finland. Step 2, accreditation. Double check. They've got their DUNS number listed. And step 3, the reviews. A perfect 5.0 on TripAdvisor. Boom! They sail right through our trust test. But you know, that 5.0 rating, that only tells you part of the story. The real magic is in the details, in what people are actually writing in those reviews. Yeah, just take a look at this review from a traveler named Ian. The words that just jump right off the page are meticulous planning, attention to detail, and personalized service. See, this tells you it's not just about booking a few hotels and flights. It's about crafting a real, genuine experience, and that's exactly what you're looking for, right? And here's another great example from a completely different angle. This review from Ginny points to something that is so important: being responsive, especially under pressure. Can you imagine trying to plan a trip like this with less than a month to go? That is incredibly stressful. The fact that they handled it all seamlessly, I mean, that is just a massive vote of confidence.
And then there's this one. This, right here, perfectly illustrates the difference between a good trip and a truly unforgettable one. Arranging a surprise birthday cake for someone's son at a snow hotel? Come on! That is not something you can just click Add to Cart for online. That's a real personal touch. That's what creates a memory that lasts a lifetime.
So you see how this all fits together. The checklist, that confirms the company is trustworthy and professional. But the reviews? Oh, the reviews reveal the company's character. And it's in all those little details that you find out if their particular style of travel is the right match for you.
You know, when you start looking at all the reviews together, a really clear pattern starts to emerge. Of course, people are raving about those personal touches, the surprise celebrations, the special anniversary upgrades, but they're also saying that all the basic stuff, the transport, the hotels, the pickups, was handled absolutely perfectly. And that's the sweet spot, right? It shows they nail both the logistics and the magic.
It's also kind of interesting to see where their travelers are coming from. And hey, if you happen to be from one of these places like Singapore, Hong Kong, or the US, that can be super reassuring. It means they've got a ton of experience with travelers just like you, and they probably already understand your specific needs and what you're looking for in a trip. Okay, so we've seen one example of a company that totally passes the test. But listen, the goal here isn't to sell you on just one specific operator. The goal is to give you the tools to find the perfect one for you. And a huge part of that is understanding that different companies specialize in totally different kinds of trips.
And this part is so important, because the best company really just depends on what you want. The market is pretty diverse. So yeah, Finlandtour.fi is amazing at creating those custom multi-day tours. But maybe you're the kind of person who wants to drive yourself around. Well, then a company like Nordic Visitor would be a perfect fit. Or maybe you're looking for a small group, luxury boutique experience? Then you'd want to check out 50 Degrees North. See? It's all about matching the guide to the specific trip you're dreaming of.
So, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this simple two-step process. First, you use the checklist, local presence, accreditation, and reviews to make absolutely sure you're dealing with a reliable, professional company. Then, once that trust is there, then you can start comparing their specialties to find the one whose style and focus really, truly lines up with that amazing adventure you've been dreaming about. Ultimately, all the power is in your hands now. You've got the framework to build trust and to really understand the market. You're not just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best anymore. You are totally equipped to make a smart, informed choice. Your perfect Arctic adventure is waiting for you out there, and now you know exactly how to find your guide.